Hi, this is Matt Dixon with Graphics Pro Magazine. I'm here at WrapsCon 2021 at Indianapolis, and I'm here with Shane Lloyd of JustPrintSigns.com. Shane, talk to me about how your shop was able to come through COVID with flying colors.
Well, I mean, I don't think anybody really came unscathed. I felt like we all got grounded for a while. I think when it first happened, everybody's super nervous about things. GeckoWraps was kind of in a good position because we have a current client base. We've been around for a long time, and so as PPP started coming through and there were opportunities for other businesses to invest into their own businesses, we stayed busy. Plus, we did maintain a little bit of a lot of our emergency vehicles and first responder stuff that we did, kind of an essential business. We did a lot of that stuff, so that kind of kept us through. When the pandemic initially happened, we were just like everybody, we were all kind of shocked. And I think what we did was we took the opportunity we knew this was going to be kind of like a slow down period. I knew that eventually we were going to climb out of this hole. So we decided that we were going to reinvest into the company. Started looking at used equipment, started looking at new equipment, started kind of gathering our thoughts to figure out what we could do to better serve our existing clients, but at the same time utilize the brand that we've created to help do nationwide stuff. And so we created JustPrintSigns.com. We hired a developer on full time. We were able to develop a site that we kind of put together over the years, but we never actually launched. Now you can actually go to our site, JustPrintSigns.com, take a year, make, and model, look at the panel sizes from the driver's side, the passenger side, the front, hood, roof, rear, know exactly what that is, and upload your art and buy it right there. So we kind of focused on making it easy. For the most part, we knew that, if this came out, it was going to be a game changer. But we didn't want to do it too soon, but COVID kind of taught us that people weren't doing in-person business stuff, so it kind of, who wins the Amazon war kind of wins, so if we got to be that guy that creates the product that we can list on sites, that's kind of the gear that we started switching into. So we really invested a lot of not just in equipment, but developing the technology to help with the online web. So that's kind of what kind of kept us through, and just kind of crossing our fingers that this was going to end soon.
Your background is wraps, vehicle,
yes,
wall, that type of business. So that's quite the pivot into some of the other equipment that you're talking about.
So we started out as Gecko Signs and Graphics when we first started. Wraps were so new, they were like sandwiches. So it was really hard to tell people that GeckoWraps was not a gecko sandwich. So we kind of switched gears into the wrap world. But for us to kind of pivot backwards, back into the sign world, I think was kind of good because it keeps people in that site where, yes, we do work on cars. Yeah, that's kind of a thing. But we got to really get down to the basics of where our industry is. We're a sign and graphics industry. So we wanted to bring that back. That's why we went with Just Print Signs, because yes, we do wraps, we do grand format, we do fabrics, we do silicone edge graphics, we do all sorts of stuff. And we wanted people to know that, hey, just because, we were a wrap company, we are still a wrap company. GeckoWraps is still a leader in the industry. And we'll take that as a good advantage for us to launch Just Print Signs, because I think we can launch a national brand and kind of really keep it all together by knowing that we have the experience in the wraps and we are a leader in the wraps, and that our sign experience has grown tremendously. So it really wasn't a real big pivot for us. It was just gathering the equipment. Once you get a flatbed printer, you got to get the router. Once you get the router, you got to get the, you know what I mean? It's like a stepping process. So every piece of equipment that we've got, you're having to get 2 or 3 pieces to match it. So that was a challenge, trying to figure out and piece things together. But I mean, it's all come together, and we're super excited for what that future is going to really kind of develop into.
Okay. Growth is always a tough choice. You never know like what the market is going to be like from day to day. So you probably had a really good idea of what markets you were going into before you invested heavily in this equipment.
Yeah, there's a funny story. So right before COVID hit, we had actually purchased our HP 3500. And we had got it on the premise of doing trade show graphics, silicone edge. So we got the sewing equipment, we got the printer, and we were like, let's go. We took delivery of the printer February 23rd. So May 15th or March 15th, we just kind of turned into a giant paperweight. And it was like, well, that idea was kind of now on hold. What are we going to do now? So that's when we started kind of going, you know what, we can't give up. You know, I mean, just because our one opportunity is gone. And, you know, I come from the military background, and I was military intelligence. So for us, there's always an avenue of approach and an area of opportunity. So our area of opportunity and avenue of approach was kind of put on hold. We'll still go that direction, but now we've got to figure out another area of opportunity, and we figured out another avenue of approach. So we'll always circle back to where we originally started. Now the trade shows are coming back in Vegas, we're golden. But for that last year, it's been like, okay, well, what else are we going to do?
So as things ramp up and get back to normal and business starts to get back to where it was, how are you guys preparing for an uptick?
Hiring. Yeah, so we're building teams. Our goal is to build the team that helps build our network. You know, right now there's still a lot of, I mean, I think everybody is having hiring issues. It's not just, it's a worldwide phenomenon that's happening right now. And, you know, we're really looking to build a team and build a solid network of our, not just our install network, but our other wrap owners or other company owners that we want to get involved into this nationwide rollout that we're going to do. So, I mean, we're just kind of hoping that, you know, everything is smooth from now on. COVID is no longer a thing, and we can all just kind of move forward.
So as things move forward, you guys have to be pretty excited about the opportunities coming up.
Absolutely, absolutely. I think, you know, we've got new events coming, you know, SEMA's coming back, you know, they have all these trade shows. We just had our first trade show back in Las Vegas. You know, so there's a lot more opportunity for people to kind of, I think people are going to take that as an opportunity to really kind of converge onto these. I mean, we're here. You know, I'm doing face-to-face with all of our friends, and it's an amazing feeling to be in an environment where all of our people are. You know, so we really want to take advantage of just the network of friends and really kind of focus on hiring and building teams. So that's kind of what our focus is.
Shane, you recently wrote an article for Graphics Pro magazine, right here. Could you tell me a little bit about what that is about?
So I wrote an article basically, you know, utilizing those things that I talked about with my military background. You know, I think it's important that we all have goals, and how do you attain those goals? So for us, getting through the pandemic was setting those areas of opportunity, creating those avenues of approach, and setting those goals and following through. So really, I wrote the article to help people kind of figure out a way to set goals and follow through with those goals. And, you know, I hope it really kind of gave some people some motivation.
Terrific. Thank you very much for your time. Thank you for joining us. This is Matt Dixon with Graphics Pro Magazine.